So here I'm just going to briefly show you what you are to do with the Module 19 Java programming exercise. It's a little bit tricky with what you have to do. So if I can find this, I had it open, but of course can't find it now. Sorry, this guy. Here, so sorry about this. So what we're going to be asked to do is to create an application that generates a number to store in each array element by summing its index and the individual digits of the index. So this is really worded kind of cryptically. Really what it's looking for is for 101 elements. So with 101 elements, what is the range of your indices? It's going to go from 0 to what? See if you can figure that out. Well, let's take, for example, that you're trying to determine what do I store in index 17. So you should store the number 25 because you're going to add that index number plus what is in the tens place plus what is in the ones place. So of course 17 plus 1 plus 7 is 25. So let's take another example. Let's say that we're trying to store, so really what we have here is we have an array, and I apologize, I don't have a pen or pencil, so this is a little sloppy, but I was trying to find some way to demonstrate this in some kind of fashion. So we have an array, it's going to have, indices before and after this, so we get to say here's 16, this is index 16, here's 17, so 17, of course, we just determined is going to store the number 25. And here's index 18, here's 19, 20, 21, etc. So what are we going to store in 20? What's our algorithm, what we store in each index? See, the algorithm is going to be, let's say that this thing is called nums, if I have enough room to put that. So this whole collection is called nums. So inside a loop, of course, you're going to be saying nums sub I is going to be assigned one equals sign, whatever the value of the index is, that's I, plus what is in the tens place, right, plus what is in the ones place. Now, you might say, well, wait a minute, you're supposed to do 101 elements. So that means you're going to have one element that has a hundreds place. So if you can't figure that one out, you can hard code it. But there is an algorithm that does work for any of these situations. So what we really want to do is we've got to figure out how can we possibly figure out for all cases how to do this and for all cases how to do that. Because then you know how to do I, obviously that's the given index number. But you want to add that to what's in the tens place and add what's in the ones place. So how do we do that? So that's really the tricky part. So let's take, for example, the number 17, or let's do 19, right? So we know that it's going to be 19 plus, what we want to do is grab the 1 and the 9. So what algorithm, what mathematical process can we use that is always going to give us this the tens place? Because it could be a 2, it could be a 3, it could be a 4. So what can we do mathematically to always give us the tens place? It's got to be something based off I. And then what can we do mathematically to always give us the ones place? In this case, we want to get the 9. What can we do that's always going to give us the tens place, and what can we do that's always going to give us the ones place? Let's think about the ones place. What if we took 19? What if I took 19 and you say, well, we can subtract 10. Well, you can subtract 10, but that's only going to work when it's less than 20. So we really need something that's going to work for all these cases. What would that be? Well, for the ones place, what if we took, say, 19 as an example? And what if I modulus it by 10? So this is asking a question. It's saying, what is the remainder? What is the remainder of 19 divided by 10? What is the remainder? What is the remainder of 19 divided by 10? So does that work for any other examples? What about, well, let's say, for example, if we got to the number, I don't know, say we get to the number 43. What is 43 mod 10? So again, that's asking a question. What is the remainder of 43 modulus 10? That can give you the ones place. And what about the tens place? How can we do it? Well, the tens place is a little bit trickier. But if I take 19 and I divide it by 10, what does that give me? What is 19 divided by 10 in Java? In Java's world, what is 19 divided by 10? Alright, well, what about, let's use the other example. What about 44? What is 44 divided by 10? In Java's world, what is that? What is 44 divided by 10 in Java land? So that will help you with the tens place, and the previous example will help you with the ones place. Now again, at the end of this, you are really going to have to deal with that last element. I don't really care if you hard code that, but there is an algorithm that does that as well. It can handle any of those situations. Please, please, please give me output that is vertical like this. So you should give me some kind of column header, and then for index 0, it's going to store 0, and 1 is going to store 2, and 2 is going to store 4, and 3 is going to store 6, and 4 is 8, etc., all the way down to the last element. Good luck.